so he can just do all these other sports. I didn't realize those were two different characters. I don't like any of these people. Hello fellow anime geeks and welcome to another impressions video where I try every anime that I can in this 2021 winter anime season. Today, as usual, I'm going to be organizing my thoughts by answering these 4 questions, and I'm sort of taking one for the team with skate leading stars. And if you're wondering what skate leading is, don't worry, so am I. The mal tags are comedy, sports, drama, and school, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it's none of those things. It's not funny. We don't focus on this make-believe sport. There's not enough character building for there to be any drama, and we don't even spend all that much time in this high school life. So what is this thing? Well, one of the many questions that I had when I first was watching this is, what is this based on? Because ladies, this is our fan service anime equivalent of cute girls in a club eat sweets, i.e. pretty boys in a club have problems. I thought maybe this was like a poor otome game adaptation, but no, believe it or not, this is an original. Like most shows about collecting pretty boys and girls, there's not much in the way of a plot line. We follow our protagonist who has returned to skating after vowing to quit when he lost both of his parents in an accident, and therefore promised his rival that unless he beat him in this youth competition, he would never skate again. And I know what you're gonna say, this all actually sounds like a plot, but it doesn't come up again after episode 1. All you have to remember is that his rival is very pretty. So what is skate leading? Well, we don't actually get to see much of it in the first half of the show, but episode 1 does describe it as team figure skating, where we divide the program among 5 skaters and 3 positions. Leads being the ones that do all of the flashy moves, wings who are agile and get lifted up in the air, and guards who actually support those lifts. We don't get any actual information as to why we need to divide the program up this way and have these 3 positions. I mean, what are they fighting? Nothing. We don't get information on the point assignation, so no clue there. Heck, we don't even get to see the sport actually performed. Every time we're going to see a performance, we just see their starting poses, and then some individual shots sprinkled here and there in between reaction shots, which is what we spend most of our time actually looking at, and then cut to a cheesy Ouran-esque Yokozo pose at the end. But there is an AI machine thing that magically spits out a score at the end of each routine to let us know if our pretty boys have done well. When, I'm embarrassed to say, I had to stop watching and look up if this was an actual thing. Who knew this existed? Does this actually exist? Skate leading. The results actually matched what I was thinking. No, I haven't gotten to this anime yet, so I can't be sure, but I feel like this anime is just trying to secure Yuri on Ice fans, so no, I don't think it's original. Also, despite the fact that this sport is made up, so there's endless opportunities for, I don't know, skate dance battles or music genre mixing, we decide to take the lame boy band approach and water down every other element in this story. For the sports anime component, I've already mentioned that we don't actually get to see much of the sport, but we actually don't get to see much skating. Period. There's not a lot of training or time spent on the psychological aspects of the sport, like avoiding injury. In fact, the training montages look like this. And in case you're wondering, I have no idea where that dog came from either. There's no human drama component because these boys have problems, but we don't actually talk about them. There's no relationship building, and the opening is so lazy, I thought that it was a production placeholder. Okay, so we have kind of a placeholder opening for now. Even the fan service is lame. Insert obligatory bad scene here. Also, are they trying to save on production costs by only using public domain music for their programs? Because if I have to hear Canon and D with random skating sounds playing over it one more time... So, is it worthwhile? Look, despite everything that I just said, this isn't so awful that I wasn't able to binge half of it instead of my personal 4-episode minimum to give you guys a more informed decision. And this is certainly not the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life, and I understand that I have a personal bias against anything fan service. but I don't think the writing is very good. I don't like any of these characters. Their actions go against the loosely created idea of what I thought their personalities were. The stakes don't matter. We break 2 dramatic plot points in the first couple of episodes, and I just don't know what anyone could get out of this. There's no skating, there's no sports drama, there's no meaningful relationships, and there's no Fujoshi fan service. So for me, that's a no. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next video. And I'm sorry, I have no skating experience, but claiming that a group of pop idols can suddenly compete in a fierce skating competition seems like a big slap in the face to all of the actual years of training I think it would actually take. Oh boy. Okay.